right, heavyweight Bobby Telford. We'll throw in some questions first for Coach Brands.
Gilman, the way he responded after losing earlier today, could you talk about what you said to him between the meets?
I don't think he had to say much. He was saying a lot. He was, you know, he's getting ready to go because he's that kind of guy. I mean, that was a match that shouldn't have lost, and that guy came out, and I give the guy credit. He came out to win that match, and, you know, we weren't ready to answer. And when you come out and you're not quite ready, and that guy comes out to beat you, you got to answer it. We didn't answer it.
Cole said that Gilman shut Garrett down. Is that the way you looked at it too?
I think, you know, Deshaun Garrett is very explosive, and he will get underneath you in a hurry, and you have to wrestle him patiently. But we did a good job of staying heavy on him when there was action. It wasn't like we were walking into things. That's where he's dangerous. He can get underneath you and take you off your feet.
Tom, can you talk about the crowd? I mean, the support you had today. The state tournament's going on, but you guys still had a great crowd today.
Yeah, and I figured that. I don't even know what the numbers were, but I probably expected more. When I say probably, that's not a shot at our fans. I expected more even, maybe, and I'd maybe like to know a number, but, you know, state tournament's over tonight. Tomorrow we got the finals, and actually the original date was tomorrow. We knew the state tournament was this date. You know, Mike Moyer, the NWCA, got together with some TV people that said, hey, we can get the semis and the finals on live television if you make it 2 days, and so that's the right thing to do. We had live television in the semi, and we'll have live television in the final.
Well, you talk about the 174-pound match, not just the match alone, but everything else that was happening around it, including Terry.
What about Terry? I don't know. I mean, I know that I'm calm. I mean, I'm like, hey, what's going on here? I don't understand. You know, I really didn't know what was going on. I just know that you wrestle until the whistle blows. My daddy taught me that. So, I don't know what was Terry. I started going like this, 2, and
that's what I meant when he was down there right next to the
his 2 isn't like this. His 2 is like this. So yeah, I mean, you get wound up, but you know what? It's an emotional sport. So,
Bobby, what was your reaction to them not sending anyone at heavyweight?
Surprised National Duals. You figured we're in college, big boy wrestling. Figured they send someone out, but had other plans, I guess.
The coach basically said, not these words, but that they were scared of you because he only had one heavyweight and he was kind of banged up.
It's good for them.
Tom, you talk about your duel with Missouri tomorrow, and how much do you know about them? You haven't faced them for a while.
well, they've been on the radar. I mean, they're right behind us in rankings, and there's some votes going their way. So, you know, we pay attention to that. And, of course, we see their results. They beat Ohio State earlier and had some big wins throughout the year, and they're undefeated, right? And so they got a pile of wins, and, you know, I know they're looking forward to it, and they're not going to lay down, and we're looking forward to it, and we're not going to lay down, so it should be a good fest.
Would you say the styles are similar?
Sure, you can say that. I don't know if I would. I don't look at programs and, you know, determine whether their styles are similar to ours. I know what our guys can bring, and if we bring it, then we're in good hands. If we don't, then, you know, there are going to be some close matches that can go either way, and, you know, that's an easy way to wrestle. The hard way to wrestle is to make it go your way. And we got some guys that like to wrestle and make it go their way. They like to work hard.
Tom, talk about the whole duel with Cornell, where there wasn't a whole lot of offense. I mean, I think both of you had like 6 or 7 takedowns apiece, and there wasn't a whole lot of offensive action.
Yeah, we got to do a better job, no doubt. We definitely got to do a better job getting to them.
It seemed like you guys came out the day real strong. You had 5 pins in that first duel. I mean, you had to be pretty, after the Gillen match, it went a lot better, and you had to be reasonably pleased with that, I would think.
Chattanooga?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't lay down either, so, you know, we needed to be, I talked about Gilman, that was the only hiccup there, and, hey, we're on to Missouri now, so that's what we got to get ready for.
Sorensen been in the fire. He's in the fire. You know, today against Phil Long, he's got Hauptshell tomorrow. What's he need to do to stay on top?
He can score, and he can score from a lot of positions, so put points in the board. Keep scoring.
Both Smith and Cole said they didn't mind the crowd disadvantage or whatever, that they love the idea, as long as Iowa continues to participate in this. That's not the subject, but the idea that they love the fans, you know, no matter what. Is this good for the sport?
I think it's, you know, we have great fans, and think it's a great environment, and, you know, Rob Cole is a fighter, so he's gonna fight, but our fans love it when he fights, because then they can, you know, crow on him, so, it's good ingredients. There's some controversy out there, and I don't think that's a bad thing either. Tom Ryan talked about that last night, having some controversy. I don't know if he had in his mind the kind of controversy that we were going through out there on the mat, but, you know, it's just, here's the thing, I don't get wrapped up in it, and when you do get wrapped up in it, then your team's probably not doing as well, or your guy's not doing as well as you want him to do, and that's when maybe your emotions spiral a little bit, and when things are going your way, then you just, you know, sit and eat popcorn. I mean, that's the ideal position as a coach you wanna be in.
What are you gonna take away from Dave when you look back and when you go in tomorrow and get the guys ready for tomorrow's matches?
Well, we get ready for tomorrow, and then we'll talk about more today after tomorrow, but, you know, just after Chattanooga, you know, we didn't dwell on Gilman. We got Gilman ready to go for Garrett. And when it came down to heavyweight in that Minnesota-Cornell match, we knew we had Cornell when the match was over, and we go in, do our work, get ready for Cornell, and we're doing the same thing right now in Missouri.
Is everything okay with Nick Moore?
Yeah, I mean, that's good, you know.
Healthy?
We love Nick Moore.
Anything else?
Is it good for the sport that these last two teams are the last two unbeatens?
You know what? Yeah. I mean, you're asking me as fan questions. You know, is it good for the sport? Now I got to shift to a fan perspective. Absolutely, it's great. And plus, they're closing the gap on us. I heard that in Win Magazine. I saw it in my email box. Closing the gap. They got votes. They're Missouri's. So good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank